The new Mix 106.7, more music, more variety, a better mix. Spandau Ballet, I know this much is true. Also, the Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody, and Huey Lewis, and the news. But it's all right. Well, today, February 23rd, is Stars and Stripes and Marine Day. It was in 1945 when a couple of Marines hoisted the U.S. flag on top of that small island on Iwo Jima. That's the famous picture. I know you saw that. Couple of guys leaning in to put the flag into the ground. Also in 1886, Charles M. Hall invented aluminum. 1905, the Rotary Club was founded, and in 1965, Stan Laurel of Laurel and Hardy died 8 years after Oliver Hardy had passed away. Celebrating birthdays today, a couple of them. Easy Rider Peter Fonda is 66, and Fred Biletnikoff, the wide receiver for the Raiders in the 70s, is 63 years old today. Time for Mix 106.7, dependable traffic. What's happening, Libby K?
Jim, update in your...
The new Mix 106.7 with all the songs you know. That's David Gates and Bread. Great song and Everything I Own. Also, Don Henley getting down to the hearts of the matter. Jim Riker in for your Friday night. Well, today it's VOA Day. The Voice of America signed on in 1942. It's a shortwave radio service, which is a department of the U.S. government. Also in this state, President Andrew Johnson was impeached in 1868. He was the first president to be so. Cassius Clay, a la Muhammad Ali, beat Sonny Liston in 64. The Beatles started filming Help in 65. And, of course, the USA hockey team won the gold over Finland 4-2 in 1980. How times have changed. Celebrating birthdays today, Abe Vigoda the Fish and Barney Miller is 85. James Ferrantino is 68. Barry Bostwick of Rocky Horror is 60. Edward James Olmos is 59. Rupert Holmes is 59. Paul Azan is 50. And Billy Zane of Titanic is 40 years old. Let's see if I can get the car started. Time for Mix 106.7 Dependable Traffic, brought to you as a service of Rudy's Locksmith in Lebanon, the only place in the area that specializes in key transponder chips for Audi, Volvo, VW, Jeep, Mitsubishi, and more. Rudy's Locksmith, South 9th Street in Lebanon. Call 272-7422 or 866-544-1519. How's it going, Libby K?
Hey, Jim, very gusty.
The new Mix 106.7 mixed music from Chicago. Will You Still Love Me? Also, Rod Stewart, Tonight's the Night, and the Four Tops. Ain't no woman like the one I've got. Tomorrow morning in the Mix Morning Show with Ed Coffey and Jean Marie, it's Mix Before 6 with all the new news, weather, and traffic. Sorry, you need that you'll need. And later on, they're going to be picking the Bagel Break winner at 8:40. That's with the Mix Morning Show coming up tomorrow morning. Marine's up next hour with Night Mix from Elton John and Celine Dion. And she'll be kicking off 20 in a row later on next hour. I've got the Beatles up next and Mix 106.7.
If you're looking for the best...
The new Mix 106.7 with the songs you love to sing along with. That's Aerosmith from the Armageddon soundtrack. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Also, John Mellencamp with Small Town and Paul McCartney and Wings. Wrapping up Justin's show with My Love. How you doing today? It's Jim Riker in for the rest of your Friday afternoon. Finally, as we head into the weekend. Congratulations are in order going out to Susan Tandle and the staff at the Container Brighton Camp Hill. They are this week's Bagel Break winners with coffee and bagels from the morning show and from Ben's Bagel Bakery and Cafe in Harrisburg. Keep it here for details on how you can pick up coffee and bagels for your office. Coming up from the new Mix 106.7.
Save your breath.
The new Mix 106.7 with all the songs you know. That's James Taylor and You've Got a Friend. Also heard Tony Orlando and Dawn and Knock 3 Times. How you doing today, Libby?
Doing well. How are you, Jim?
It's Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. So, okay, Libby.
Okay.
Who's stressed out more, you or me?
You are, probably, for some reason.
In general, women are more stressed out than men.
Oh.
Believe it or not. Single women more than single fathers. More women worry about the health of a spouse or a child, and women say children are a significant source of stress.
Sure.
And money is a very significant source.
Oh, yeah.
And also fast food eaters have a higher level of stress. While women tend to feel nervous and they want to cry, men will lose sleep and just get angry. And I'll tell you, during the way to work today, there were 2 women, man, they were stressing me out.
They had their children on their minds. They probably had McDonald's for breakfast, and they're thinking about, I don't know what money.
Exactly. Time for Mix 106.7 Dependable Traffic, brought to you by a service of Bobby Ray Hall Lexus. Excited to introduce the all-new IS series, now available with the all-wheel drive or a class-leading 306 horsepower V6 engine and a 6-speed transmission. Why live in one dimension? Visit Bobby Ray Hall Lexus, on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg. How's it going, Libby?
You know what, Jim? It's busy
The new
out there.
Mix 1067 with the songs you love to sing along with. That's Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Teach Your Children. Also, Elton John, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? He became Sir Elton John in this state back in 98 as he was knighted. And don't forget, Ed Coffey and Jean Marie could be bringing a mixed bagel break to your office, just like they did for Susan Tandle and the staff at Counter Bright in Camp Hill this morning. Coffee and bagels for you and your coworkers from Ben's Bagel Bakery and Cafe in Harrisburg. All you have to do is fax us all your office information at 3670239 or log on to our website, mix1067fm.com. Just can't get that car started. Time for Mix 1067 Dependable Traffic, brought to you by Bobby Ray Hall Lexus. Excited to introduce the all-new IS Series, now available with all-wheel drive or a class-leading 306 horsepower V6 engine and a 6-speed transmission. Why live in one dimension? Visit Bobby Ray Hall Lexus on the Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg. How's it going, Libby K?
Hi, Jim. Getting better.
The new Mix 1067, more music, more variety, a better mix. Paul McCartney and Wings from Wings Over America. Maybe I'm amazed. Also, John Waits and Missing You, and Paul McCartney has been waging an on-again, off-again campaign for a few years to change credit on some of the Beatles songs, believe it or not. Their producer, George Martin, is speaking out, also saying that he wrote the music for the song Yesterday. Paul only wrote the words. George Martin's contribution is widely known, as is John Lennon's non-involvement with the song. But Yoko Ono is not too happy about Paul asking for John's name to be dropped from the credits. But, you know, hey, he who lives longest.
The Mix 106.
The new Mix 1067 with the songs you love to sing along with. The Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. Also, Pure Prairie League busting out with Amy and Billy Joel in there. And you may be right. I'm Jim Riker. As Maureen's up next hour with Night Mix from Elton John and the Supremes. And she'll be kicking off a 20 in a row in about a half an hour. Mix Morning Show is up early on Monday. It's Mix before 6 with news, weather, and traffic. And early bird trivia at 5:45. That's Monday morning with Ed Coffey and Jean Marie on the new Mix 1067. The new Mix 1067. More music, more variety, a better mix. Sting and the Police. Every little thing she does is magic. Also the Eagles, Heartache Tonight, and Elton John wrapping up the morning show with Ed Coffey and Jean Marie. And I'm still standing. How you doing today? It's Jim Riker in for a pretty good looking Saturday so far anyway. Here's David Gates and Bread on the new Mix 1067. The new Mix 1067, more music, more variety, a better mix. Doobie Brothers and Blackwater, also Lips Inc. taking you down to Funky Town. Well, I don't know if you watched any of the Olympics this week, especially the curling event. Now, you may or may not have noticed a streaker during that event. I wasn't watching, so I don't know if the network showed this or not. Probably not. I guess he was trying to liven up the event. But he had a strategically placed rubber chicken and pranced around on a section of ice not being used at the time. And it was during the bronze medal match between the USA and Britain, which the U.S. won 8-6, I believe. A couple of security officials caught him and covered him up and took him away. There was no reaction from the judges at the event, and they did not score his performance. The new Mix 1067, more music, more variety, a better mix. That's Madonna getting into the groove. Also, Rod Stewart with Maggie May and Patrick Swayze, and She's Like the Wind. Well, today is February 25th, Saturday. It's Mr. Magoo Day. Remember him? He was created on this day in 1913. Jim Backus of Gilligan's Island was the voice of Mr. Magoo. In 1836, Samuel Colt received a patent for his pistol, the Colt 45, of course. 1940, the first hockey game was televised as the Rangers beat the Canadiens 6-2. Celebrating birthdays today, Tommy Newsom of The Tonight Show, formerly, is 76. Sally Jesse Raphael is 71. George Harrison would have been 63 today. Can you believe it's almost 5 years since he died already? Also, Tia Leone, the actress Tia Leone, is 40. And Sean Astin of Rudy and Lord of the Rings fame is 35 years old today. The new Mix 1067 with all the songs you know. That's Lionel Richie and the Commodores and Three Times the Lady. Also Crosby, Stills, and Nash and the sweet Judy Blue Eyes. It's Jim Riker in for your Saturday. Hope you're having a real nice day today. Well, Mother's Day is coming up, May 10th, somewhere around there. And Ladies Home Journal and the National Mother's Day Council are searching for an all-star mom. The magazine's editor, Margot Gilman, says this is a great way to recognize those with the hardest job in the world, of course. To nominate your mom, visit the Ladies' Home Journal website, and the chosen mom will win a trip for 4 to New York City to be recognized at the Mother's Day Council's 2006 Outstanding Mothers Awards, where she'll be promptly asked to bake and serve dinner for the council's 20 members. Sorry, I put that part in there. I've got the Bee Gees coming up next on Mix 106.7. The new Mix 106.7 with all the songs you know. The Doobie Brothers, that's China Grove. Also Sanford Townsend Band with Smoke from a Distant Fire. And Spandau Ballet and True. Well, I know this much is true. You're going to want to remember where you were or are in about 5.5 hours. Tonight at 7:16, the Earth's population is said it was going to hit 6.5 billion people. Some 6 years from now, on approximately October 18th, 2012, it's going to be 7 billion. A report by the U.S. Census Bureau says the 6 billion mark was hit in June 99, and the population is double what it was in 1960. On average, 4.4 people are born every second, and it's estimated the population will be close to 10 billion by the year 2050. All of a sudden, I feel very crowded in here. For more information about that, go click on livescience.com. I've got Fleetwood Mac up next in Mix 106.7.
Save your president.
The new Mix 106.7 with the songs you love to sing along with. Everybody's favorite bar tune. That's Jimmy Buffett and Margaritaville. Also, the Eagles taking it easy and Player and Baby Come Back. It's Jim Riker in for your Saturday. Pennsylvania has one of the top 10 wackiest street names in a nationwide poll. Divorce courts in Heather Highlands, PA, came in second to Psychopath in Traverse City, Michigan. Some others in the top 10 were the intersection of Count and Basie in Richmond, Virginia, Caterpillar Road in Lebanon, Texas, Unexpected Road in Buena, New Jersey, and Far From Poopin' Road in Tennessee. That's the only road that goes up to Constipation Ridge.